Welcome back to the Nerdrotic channel. My name is Gary Beekler, and I come to you from nerdrotic.com, and I'm live in San Francisco. Yes, we're back live, recapping Titans Season 1, Episode 10, Koriand'r. Starfire, who is not really like Starfire, but she's getting better, I guess. And before I get into the spoiler section, welcome to everybody in the chat. If you're new to the channel, we have a lot of people new to the channel. This is what we usually do. We recap TV episodes 15 minutes to 20 minutes after they air, unless, of course, they're on a streaming service, and then it's whenever I can. So we'll get right into this episode. First of all, if you haven't seen the episode, go watch the episode, then come back and watch this as a video, because we are going to spoil it. I am going to spoil it, and maybe some people in the chat. That's our we. And the co-host is you, by the way. Chris Persia, Kato Roan, Halam899. They're the co-hosts, along with others. Nigel Brought Savage, what's up? Oh, Dark Angel IR, greetings. Okay. Titans Season 1. We're getting towards the end. And what's everybody talking about this episode? The trailer for next week that's got a shadowy Batman. A shadowy, murderous Batman in the background, but we see him fighting. It's a silhouette, but it was freaking cool. Okay, I mean, this is the argument of we want a Batman television series. Yes, it's great to have a Titans and a Swamp Thing and a Doom Patrol, but not Batman or Super. I mean, like, come on, guys. All right, so we start the episode where we ended the episode before this one. The last episode was about Hank and Dawn, and they were nowhere to be found in this episode, which I thought was just a major mistake in the writing. You led all up to Rachel asking Hank for help, and then Hank doesn't show up at all. Like, what was the whole point of that, other than to just find a way to give some background on Hank and Dawn, and also find a way, when they do this, when your main cast doesn't end up in a episode of their own show, a little inside info here, it's because they're trying to save budget. So what they're doing is they have to use a little more for the finale. So they have a little side episode that's usually the penultimate or before the penultimate episode, where most of your cast is not in that episode. It happens quite a bit in television. So we finally find out what happens when Starfire is kind of woken up by Rachel, and she starts strangling Rachel. And she is saved by Donna Troy. Dick gets his ass kicked real quick. And yes, Dick is back. We got some Dick, folks. And Gar, of course, gets his butt kicked. And Starfire gets stopped by Donna Troy. And this was like the first, oh, fuck yeah, moment I had in the series when she whipped out the lasso and put it around Starfire's neck. I'm like, oh, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I want in this shit. That's what I've been waiting for. And this is what this show really hasn't done. And when we have had the superhero action, it's been like this really gory violence, like over the top violence. And maybe they're trying to set out to like, hey, we don't want to, glorify violence in any way, but it's a superhero show. If you're worried about violence, then don't make a superhero show, because there's violence. That's what it's about. And that's why we like it, because it's fake. Okay. Because it's fake. We're not going to go run around punching each other. Well, most of us aren't anyway. So that gets halted. Corey freaks out. And in this scene, everybody's quiet after it happens. Nobody goes, hey, what happened? Like, she just leaves, and then Dick goes after her. Dick goes chasing her, and Dick asks her like, what's wrong? She takes off, so Donna and Dick go follow her, and it's Donna who whips out the little like Wonder Girl throwing star that's got the tracker on it, and she says, well, you're not the only one with all the toys. Yeah. And of course, Dick is resigned. Dick has been put to the side. He's just kind of watching stuff happen this episode. He finally does something at the end. We'll get to that. In the meantime, and of course, Angela, Rachel's mom, wants Starfire out of the house. Of course, she leaves. And it was no secret at all that something's up with Angela's mom. Okay, I don't think they've kind of meant to keep that a secret, but there was a twist involved that fooled nobody. So Rachel and Gar's kind of taking care of Rachel after she gets strangled. She's got marks on her neck. She got strangled pretty well by Starfire. And mom, Angela, goes tells him to go lay down, and she goes out in the yard and she picks some stuff for some soup because the garden after 5 years is still growing stuff that you can eat. Maybe. Okay, possibly. And another thing about this show is I think it's filmed in Canada. I don't know where it's filmed, but it looks like it's filmed in Canada. Like that's where they film everything these days. So it takes place in like really, and no offense to anybody in Ohio, really grim and dark Ohio. And this has been like a really grim and dark show, like literally dark. Like I have to crank up the brightness on my monitor to be able to see anything. And there's been not a lot of feelings in hallways, but a lot of driving down the road and chasing stuff and like waiting for stuff to happen. And that's what this whole episode was Gar taking care of Rachel, Rachel taking care of Gar. Now, there was some stuff that I liked that I wish they would do more of. They really turned up the creep factor, like the horror element, which, the people who have taken over the DC, I'm thinking James Hahn, I think his name. Okay. He's behind some of the bigger horror movies of late, and the reason that DC brought him on to kind of run the DC universe, at least the film side anyway, is because he's been able to like bring big hits in that don't cost a lot of money. And I think I don't know, but I'm thinking they might start merging the streaming universe and the film universe at some point. So they might occupy the same world at some point, and if they start going. I love the mix of superhero and the horror genre. I think it's something that Marvel has not done at all. And if DC goes that road, which I think they're going to, because they're coming out with a Swamp Thing show, that would be really smart, a way to be different than Marvel, in a way that would draw in me for like hardcore comic book fans. Were like, yes, take our money, do that shit, do it often. So the creep factor was, it wasn't great, but it was there, and it's a positive. It's a positive. There's still a lot of negatives with this show. Again, we were just waiting around. We totally know that Rachel's mom is up to something. One of her old friends from 20 years ago comes up. He turns out to be a cop. We know at this point, like it's no secret that here comes your sacrificial lamb. In the meantime, Donna and Dick are following Corey, and they follow her to her warehouse where her spaceship is, and she starts remembering everything, and when they get into the spaceship, the first thing I think of is Danger Boat. It looked like the set of Danger Boat. If you watched The Tick at all, I heard the Danger Boat song. But this was a cool scene. This was a very cool scene. The music was good. I really love the soundtrack for this show. It's really, really, really good. It's really good. It's got like an 80s synthesizer feel to it, but the music when they were getting into the ship was like very cinematic, and this whole like that was a cool scene. I was like, yes, I'm happy with that. And we also see the beginnings of an actual costume for Starfire. My God, she finally gets rid of the Lady of the Night outfit and puts on, it's nothing like Starfire's costume, but at this point, it's like a black costume. It kind of looks like she's naked walking around, but I'm not complaining about that. And so we're in the ship. We get some exposition. It's kind of an info dump. But we hear about Trigon, yes, and of course, they can't even bring to show the holographic image of him. We get to see like his bum, basically. We get to see Trigon's ass. He must work out, by the way, and he's very large, but we didn't see his face or anything. So she shows her home planet. She remembers where she's from. She hasn't gotten all of her memories back, and basically, she says Trigon's going to come and destroy our reality, and he's going to start with the Earth, and the only way to kill him is to kill Rachel. But then they later find out that Rachel is the one who could possibly kill him, but she has to go through like 400 days of like the most hardcore training there is. Donna Troy helps figure some of this out. By the way, she needs to be made a permanent part of the team. She makes the show better, like immediately. The actress playing her like is Donna Troy. It's weird how well this is done. And it's also a great point to like when you do good casting that's accurate to the comic character, that looks like the comic character, it draws the comic fan in so much more, and you really want to draw the comic book fan in, because we are a walking commercial for you guys if you just respect us once in a while and give us what we want once in a while, not all the time, not all the time. So we got the info dump. We find out Trigon's gonna destroy our worlds and all that stuff, and they need to get back to the house. So they all leave the spaceship and get into a car. I mean, I know, but I mean, they leave the spaceship to get into a car. I'm just saying. And in the meantime, we figure out that Angela, who is Rachel's mom, has been this whole time trying to trick her into using her powers. So she makes Gar sick, either with, I'm thinking with the soup, maybe, or something. Gar had a vision in the mirror, and we find out like there's weird stuff going on. He saw a vision of the dead scientist or whatever he killed, his first kill. And that was kind of cool. I like that stuff. So he's getting real sick. He's coughing up blood. And Angela's like, hey, you got to use your powers and stuff. In the meantime, the cop comes over who was hitting on Angela earlier, and she invites him in, and he offers the help, and she's, none of the phones are working. So he goes downstairs to use the phone. She follows him down there. He's all, this phone's not working. I'm going to use my radio. And she's like, you can't do that, and stabs him in the stomach, and says, hey, I would have really liked to have had that drink, but I'm in a relationship. And bump, bump, bump. Yep. Okay. So she's still down with the Trigon. And before that, Donna had figured it out. They were going through a book, and they're like, hey, there's dad and there's mom. They don't look like they're against each other. Oh shit. And Dick says fuck, because we have to say fuck, because that makes things adult. Okay. And yeah, so Rachel uses her power to and it doesn't work on Gar. So mom goes, hey, bring dad in. Dad can do it. And Rachel's like, okay, just says okay, goes to a mirror, draws in Trigon, and we see like a proper Trigon hand for a minute. Then the guy from Castle pops out. And the guy from Castle, who's a good actor, I liked him in Castle quite a bit, is Trigon. So Trigon is a guy with like a members only jacket on. I said he would be a guy in a suit. I was wrong. He's wearing jeans and a members only jacket, because the wardrobe, when you go through the mirror from another dimension, is just there for you. Whatever. So the guy from Castle, who's Trigon, helps Gar. And it's kind of weird. He's like, oh, that's different. Are you man? Are you beast? You'll have a lifetime to figure it out. Or will he? So Rachel gives dad a hug. In the meantime, Dick shows up. Dick arrives a bit too late, and sometimes, you can't be late when you're Dick. And I know my Dick jokes are bad today. I'm sorry. And it's Starfire and Donna Troy, and there's like a shimmering force field around the house. They can't actually see it, but Dick penetrates the force field. Okay, he pierces the force field, and Dick makes it. Dick rams that force field and gets to the front door, but Donna Troy and Starfire can't get through, probably because they have powers. By the way, at this point, Starfire is wearing like black tights, and yes, I will take that over Lady of the Night outfit. So thank you for doing that. He gets through now. Of course, Trigon is expecting him, and Angela asks him, is it time to eat the world? He's all, nope, not until her heart gets broken. And then he looks at Gar, and he's all, and they're here. Okay, and that's how the episode ends. So nobody in costume. Use of powers. Well, Starfire powered up to strangle Rachel at the beginning, and we saw a lasso. And then Rachel powered up to bring dad in. But most of the episode was just talking and waiting for things to happen. The amount of minutes of where things actually happened in this episode was probably five. A lot of it was meandering around. And I will question again, AT&T, Warner Brothers, you're not a broke company. You could have put more money into this. You could have put, and I don't understand why, because you could have. Well, I mean, you want people to pay for this. If you want people to pay for this, it means you got to put something into it too. It was bare minimum that was put into this, and yes, you're going to get by because DC fans are freaking loyal. They are a loyal bunch. That's why I love them, and they want to see. And these are characters we haven't seen in movies. We want to see them, but they're just walking around in their street clothes, calling each other by their first name, which is like my biggest criticism of the CW, what that's turned into. It's just like, it's not Arrow, it's Oliver. That's what it's called. So I don't know. But I see the direction the DC universe is going now. It's taken a while, and it's probably going to take a couple years to get in this. But if you want to be dark, but they're going to mix in the horror element, I'm kind of okay with that. So let's get to the chat. See what you guys think. Those of you who saw the episode, I think this was original set in the DCU, But Akiva Goldsman was like, nope, I'm doing my own thing, and gave a cheap Burton-verse bat suit in the finale and a random Justice League line. I haven't seen that yet. So if Akiva Goldsman is allowed to do his own thing, then I mean, that just shows you the people who run this stuff, like man, somebody needs to get through to them, because the people in charge of this stuff, like actually like in charge of the show directly, like Akiva Goldsman, what they're really good at is bullshitting and getting their way into these jobs that they should not be anywhere near, and they are keeping away jobs. Especially, we talk about representation and all this shit. One of the biggest things in sports ball is they keep bringing in retread coaches. Well, Akiva Goldsman is like the quintessential retread coach that they just keep hiring for whatever fucking reason, and he's never really won. Like, he won something 20 fucking years ago, and he's not the right person for this job. Just look at his writing at Star Trek. I mean, the guy is, like, nothing against him personally, he's not a good writer for genre. There's much better out there. And yeah, I don't know why they keep maybe he's cheap. Maybe they can get him on a cheap. I don't know. But yeah, I'm sure all they saw was, oh, he wrote Robin. He wrote Batman and Robin, so we should get him to write Robin. And I'm not joking. That's probably how much thought was put into this when they hired him for the job. Or you know what? When he got to the office, he's all, yeah, I wrote something else completely different, and Joel Schumacher screwed it up. It's like, this is how things roll. So Batman is making an appearance in the finale, but it's in a vision. Yes, that's what's happening. Is we're getting another Dick vision. I mean, we've already done this. We just did this a couple episodes, so we're going through another. I mean, like, what? We just did the vision thing. So it was Vision Part 1, and we're going to go through more visions and Dick's trials and the trial of Dick, the last temptation of Dick. Yeah. Jesus, get over it, Dick. And at the end, they're going to have their, okay. So I'm sticking to my the last 2 minutes of the show. You will see them in their costumes for about 5 seconds. And then they're going to go, see, we gave you costumes, guys, after, 11 hours or 10 hours of television. You deserve better. You deserve better. There's some good stuff in this. Halam 899, Batgirl in Titans. I mean, I honestly, I don't want to see anything Bat unless it's a man after it. I want to see Batman, and then we can do the peripheral Batman stuff, because I'm over seeing other Bat people. I saw Batwoman in Elseworlds, and I can't believe they're giving her a show, to be honest with you. I already checked out. I saw the finale promo, which is honestly, like, nobody's talking about this episode. And that should tell you something right there, when people are more excited about seeing a silhouetted Batman than anything in your actual show. I want to see Doom Patrol. Folks. Dick was quite slick. He was, Mark. Very, very well done. Well done. It is definitely could have been better. But when facing STD, Doctor Who, and the CW, this is a masterpiece in comparison. I totally agree with you, James. Oh my God. It is masterpiece. It's Shakespearean compared to that crap. Penn Farm Girl heading home from work, just stopping by to lick that button. Oh, by the way, folks, if you want to let me show off a little bit, hang on. Penn Farm Girl sent me this. It's a nerd curd, and it's got a little Pete's coffee. Check it out, a little mini Pete's coffee. How freaking cool is that? That is so cool. Thank you, Penn Farm Girl. You're awesome. Yes, Cajun Dick went out a lot. Yes, he did. Although he's no longer called Dick in the comics, he's Rick. Oh my God, I have no idea what's a breath play. Dick made penetration today. He did. What's up, Kenobi Crazy? How you doing? I'm doing great. I am about to go see Into the Spider-Verse with Nerdrotic Jr. right after this, right after we are done. I'm going and I'll review that on Friday Night Tights. We'll be here for a few more minutes. And if you want to continue the conversation, of course, you can come check us out 7 p.m. tonight, Friday Night Tights. Yeah. Oh, thank you for the super chat. And it's oh man, hang on. I have to write in my screen there. JPRPH. I don't know if am I supposed to. I can't. JPRPH1 $4.99. Thank you so much. I got the 1-year subscription for the DC Universe, hoping Titans would be good. Haven't been liking the older stuff. I was hoping it would be good too. I am happy with the 1-year subscription just for the older stuff. Maybe that's what you're into it as. I mean, like the comic books. It is a pretty good deal for that. Once they have more shows, it'll pay off. But Titan season 1, I'd say right now, unless episode 11 just blows me away, I'm gonna say will be a mild disappointment. Not a total disappointment. There is some good elements in it, but overall it's been not good. And because Akiva Goldsman is involved, I don't know how many times I got to say that. I'm sorry if I sound like I have a personal vendetta. I kind of do because a lot of us, I'm a Robin fan. I'm a Nightwing fan. I'm a huge Nightwing fan and a Robin fan. And I wanted to see a good, well actualized Dick. I wanted to see a good Dick on the screen. And, you know, he's been okay, but he's just been moping around in his street clothes. Okay. Thank you, Michael Miller. Yeah, Batman is only in script development, not a series order. Thank you for clarifying that. That makes me feel a lot better. I thought it was a series order, but I could have read the article wrong. So thank you, Michael, for straightening that out. I do appreciate it. That's why I love you guys in the chat. You're awesome. You're awesome. Doom Patrol is going to be dope. Okay. Straight up. I have, there's no Akiva Goldsman involved and Timothy Dalton. Doom Patrol is going to be awesome, guys. Trust me on that one. Titans is a miss. It is, but you know what? It's getting a second season. They can get rid of Akiva Goldsman and let just Jeff Johns run it. Let Jeff Johns run it. Give the guy a chance. He's a good guy. He knows how to write Teen Titans. I've read his Teen Titans comics, and they're right up there with the Marv Wolfman stuff. Yes, you heard me say that. It's right up there. Yeah, only getting he's only getting found out by himself. I really hope Cyborg migrates from Doom Patrol over to Titans at some point. I think he will, McCaffrey. What I really like what they're doing is they're making Gar like the linchpin for everything, like with his formula, because that kind of connects with Swamp Thing too. So they're going to make him the connection point between everything. And I think that is really cool. I like that a lot. Which Teen Titans do you want in season 2? Halam 899. I want Donna Troy. I want what we got. I would love to see a Kid Flash, like a proper Kid Flash. I want to see like the original lineup. Well, the lineup from the Marv Wolfman Perez series. You know, I like Hawk and Dove kind of coming in and out once in a while, but as long as Donna Troy is part of it, that's good for me. That is good for me. I would like Cyborg to be part of the team, though. I would. Yes. More Donna Troy. I think that's a Donna Troy is a thumbs up from everybody, folks. Absolute thumbs up from everybody. Okay, I'm going to cut this one short. If you want to continue the conversation, please check us out Friday Night Tights, 7 p.m. Pacific time tonight. If you're watching this as video, we do that every Friday night. I'm also available for 2 other live streams, Monday and Wednesday, 9:30 a.m. Pacific time for the Nerdrotic Nooner. We cover a lot of television here. Right now we're covering Titans, Counterpart. We're gonna eventually do a Night Flyers review someday. Then we have the Orville coming up, which I'm very excited about. And then in January, we will be covering no less than 7 shows. 7 shows. So we'll be on pretty much every night live, plus our live streams, plus of course my reaction and news videos. And I'm sure I'll be picking on Star Trek quite a bit in the next month. And we have 2 to 3 Doctor Who videos coming out over the next 72 hours. So everybody, Orville is awesome. Believe me, the Orville is awesome. Everybody have a great day. Thank you. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. JPRPH1. I really appreciate that. Please, thank you to all of our new patrons. We've got tons of new patrons, patreon.com/nerdrotic. In my previous Star Trek video, you can see them all by name, or you can just go to Patreon and see them all. You get stuff. You get stuff. For as little as $1, you get free content. $5, $15, you get stuff. All right, folks. I will see you a bit later. Everybody have a great day. May the small folks sing songs for greatness.